This video covers Newton's first law. Imagine that someone kicks a soccer ball, and you are asked what happens to the ball once it's kicked. This is not a trick question. We simply want to make the observation that the ball will roll and eventually stop. We can then ask ourselves, why does the ball stop? And you may know from a previous class or experience that the ball stops because of friction. What if we kicked the soccer ball far out in outer space, where the object doesn't interact with any other objects, and therefore there's no friction or air resistance out in outer space? The ball would then continue at a constant velocity, which means it would continue traveling at the same speed and in the same direction. This idea that objects want to continue moving how they are moving is called Newton's first law, also goes by the term inertia. And this law states that an object at rest will remain at rest, or if moving at a constant velocity will continue to move at a constant velocity unless acted on by an unbalanced force. So what this law boils down to is that unbalanced forces cause accelerations, taking into note that acceleration is speeding up, slowing down, or changing directions. So going back to the soccer example, the unbalanced force that caused the ball to slow down and stop would be friction. So one other important thing to note is that the unit of measure for inertia is mass. This means that a more massive object would then have a greater inertia. So you can think about it this way. You would rather stop a 2-pound ball that is rolling rather than a 20-pound ball rolling at the same speed. And this is because a 20-pound ball has a greater inertia and therefore wants to continue rolling more than the 2-pound ball.